Live and direct from Smithfield, North Carolina, it's Johnston Community College Jaguars men's basketball from the Wall Ennis Gymnasium here in Johnston County, the heart of Johnston County, Smithfield, North Carolina. It's JCC basketball. I'm Craig Green, bringing you your live play-by-play today. Thanks so much for joining us. Previously on JCC Jaguars basketball, the Jags hit the road to take on Central Carolina Community College, and JCC took a loss on the road to CCC out there by a score of 122-76, a game where Central Carolina shot 59% from the field. Jags allowed them to shoot 35% from three-point range and also 16 of 17 from the charity stripe for a crisp 94% efficiency from the free throw line. Jaguars come into today's game with a record of 1-15 overall. They are 1-13 in the conference, 1-11 in the region, in Region 10 play. Ever since defeating Southwest Virginia back on January the 3rd, the Jaguars have lost 6 straight ball games. They are 1-7 here in Smithfield, 0-8 on the road. Tonight they look to stop this 6-game losing streak and get back in the winners column. They've got a tough challenge in front of them tonight to get it done. Facing them and coming to visit us all the way from Virginia Beach, Virginia, with a record of 11-6 on the season, the Bryan and Stratton College Bobcats representing Virginia Beach. And they are led by head coach Cliff Coleman. Again, their record 11-6, 9-3 in the conference. They are 6-2 at home and away from the friendly confines of the Atlantic Shores Christian School in Chesapeake, Virginia. The Bobcats are 4-3 away from home. Last game out for the Bobcats, they took a loss to CCBC Dundalk on their home floor by a score of 71-61. So again, both teams coming in off of a loss, looking to get themselves right here and get some getting back tonight. You can't split the win down the middle. Someone's going to win, someone's going to lose. The Jags are looking again to get win number 2 here in Region 10 action. And they're going to have to do it tonight without Nathan Jackson, who is out for the season after a knee injury. And he will be a spectator and a de facto cheerleader on the bench for his Jaguars teammates, who have one more home game here in Smithfield before they play 4 straight on the road to close out 2025/2026. Leading the Jags in scoring on the season right now, Kalik Boston. He's averaging 13 points a game, 12.7 to be exact. James Henby leads the team in rebounding, over 5 rebounds a game. Kalik Boston also shooting right near 45% from the field and leads the team in three-point shooting as well, 41% from beyond the arc. The leading free throw shooter on the team is Kalik Lassiter. He's shooting just a tick under 70% from the charity stripe in 15 ball games, 69.6% on the season. And also in the scoring column, Lassiter averaging 10.7 points a game, tied with his teammate Orion Champion, who also is just under the 11-point mark a game. But for the Jaguars, on the season, they're averaging 66.3 points a game. They shoot 39% from the field. They shoot 33% from three-point range, 62% from the free throw line as a team. 26 rebounds a game. They're going to need a whole lot more than that tonight against Bryant and Stratton, who comes in with a bunch of size and length on the opposite side for head coach Cliff Coleman and his side. Not too long here until we get this ball game started. Again, plenty of action around Region 10 here tonight, and a lot of it having to do with the fact that we're expecting some inclement weather coming in to the area, so a lot of games have been moved around. Again, the Jaguars, who were scheduled to play Saturday here at home in their home finale, and that game was going to take place here on Friday, but now it will take place on Friday, against Forsyth Tech, and that game will again be at 5:30 tomorrow. Take a quick break. We'll be right back with more here. This is JCC Jaguars basketball. All right, welcome back here to Jaguars basketball. We're still in our pregame warm-ups. You can see the Jags out on the floor right now, getting loose, getting ready for the ball game. Let's go over starting lineups here while we have them for both teams. We're going to start with the visitors here from Virginia Beach. The Bobcats are going to trot out Elijah Mendoza, number 33. He is 6'10", 240 out of Kingwood, Texas. Isaiah Thompson, number 13, a freshman, 6'2", 165 out of El Paso, Texas. Alonzo Martinez wears number 11. He's a freshman guard, 5'9", 160 out of Virginia Beach. Kylan Clark, a 6'4", sophomore. He weighs 190 pounds and comes from the M-Town, Memphis, Tennessee. And rounding out the starting lineup, Jalen Milt. Milt, 6'4", 190 out of Norview High School in Norfolk, Virginia. And also Milt, the leading scorer for the Bobcats, averaging 19 points a game. And again, a very dangerous free throw shooter and shooter from the perimeter. So you have to keep your eyes on him. And again, the Bobcats are led by head coach Cliff Coleman, assisted by Desmond Lee, Aaron McNair, Corey Turner, and Dylan Verbal. And for the Jags tonight, their starting lineup, they will start Agent Zero, Rice Freeney, stands 5'6", out of Durham, North Carolina, and Mount Zion Christian Academy, the Mighty Warriors. Kalik Boston, a 6'2" guard out of Washington, North Carolina, D.H. Conley High School. Number 7, James Hemby, 6'8" freshman out of Rough Raleigh, North Carolina, and Corinth Holders High School. Number 11, Cardell West, 6'5" freshman forward out of the Bull City. And rounding out the starting lineup, Michael Boone, 6'7", a freshman forward right here out of Johnston County, Clayton, North Carolina, and Cleveland High School. And the Jags led, of course, by head coach Lloyd Wheeler and assisted by Kemion Feely. And Jags getting loose here. If they want to win tonight's ball game, they're going to have to do everything in their power to crash the boards and get inside the head of the Bobcats. The Bobcats, they're gonna have to slow the Bobcats down to pretty much a crawl here tonight. The Bobcats, in 9 of their 11 wins, have scored 80 or more points, and in 5 of those 11 wins, excuse me, they've scored over 90 points in a game. And in the month of January, Bryant and Stratton is 3-1. Correction, make that 4-1 in January. They defeated Catawba Valley 102-99. Also at home, they defeated Central Carolina by a score of 90-76. They went on the road to Guilford Tech and got a 98-88 win. And also defeating Forsyth Tech at home by a score of 80-75. And after today, they will go back home to take on Montgomery College on Saturday at 3 o'clock to try to beat the weather. About ready for pregame festivities to wind down here. Again, keys to the ball game for the Jaguars tonight: crash the boards. You've got Cardell West, you've got Michael Boone, and James Hemby in the lineup. You're starting 3 forwards tonight. So it's imperative to crash the boards, give your offense second chances. Defensively, all you have to do if you're the Jags is get in the face of the defenders. And again, you're going to like what you see. Force the Bobcats into turnovers. That's what you have to do tonight. Again, we're about ready for pregame festivities to end. We're going to send it courtside here for our national anthem and our starting lineups. for the Jags. Rice Freeney, Kalik Boston, James Hemby, Cardell West, Michael Boone. Led by head coach Lloyd Wheeler in his second season. Again, Jags looking to get their second win of the season here tonight. Jags in all gray here with the blue numbers. Bobcats in black, trimmed in black, blue with black down the side, black numbers trimmed in white. Bobcats in cursive in the middle. Clark and Hemby in the center. Ball goes up, and it's basketball time in Johnston County, and we're off to a quick start here as a foul already. And already a foul called on the way to the basket was Jalen Milton. He misses the first free throw. Again, just underway here. Milton at the line, 77% shooter, and he knocks down the second. Again, just underway here in Johnston County. A turnover for the Jags. 4-on-1, and putting it up and in is Clark. Jags another turnover. 3 on nobody, and then the flush that time by Isaiah Thompson. 35 seconds in, Jags already down 5-0. See if the Jaguars can slow it down here with Freeney. Freeney has West. West puts up a triple. Too strong. And now the ball in the hands of Milton in the corner for a 3. No good. Chased down by the big man Mendoza. 3 by Clark, and that's good. Clark with his 5th point already, and again, Jaguars finding themselves in a bad spot in the first 1 minute and 15 seconds. Freeney trying to avoid the defense there off the glass, high off the glass around Martinez, and Rice Freeney gets the first 2 points of the game for JCC. Here's Alonzo Martinez. And this is Thompson. In the corner here, now back in the hands of Martinez, 10 on the shot clock. Thompson had to give it up. Milt, 5 and 4. 3-pointer, no. Inside, turnover that time. Good defense by the Jags. Empty possession for the Bobcats, and that's exactly what JCC is trying to get right now. Freeney, 3-ball. You know it. Rice Freeney brings the Jags back within a possession. Still just about 2.5 minutes gone in this first half, just underway, and Thompson gets the friendly roll. Count the basket, the fouls against Hemby. And again, that will put Martinez at the line, and he finishes, or Thompson that is, he finishes the 3-point play. Freeney driving, in and around, and got it. And the foul. Foul against Martinez. And for Freeney, he's got all 7 points so far for the Jags. He's looking for point number 8 here from the line. Bryce Freeney out of Mount Zion Christian Academy. Not strong enough on the free throw. 3 ball by Milt. Too strong. Rebound by Boston. Freeney looking to push the pace, but turns it over, dribbles it off of the foot of Milt. Milt's pass a little too hard for Thompson. Turnover, Jags. We'll get the possession back. Down by 4, 3 minutes gone. Boston. Mendoza can't finish. But Mendoza out-rebounds 4 Jaguars. Thompson for 3, cha-ching. 6 points for Thompson. And again, somehow, some way, Mendoza out-rebounded 4 gray jerseys to get the rebound. Second chance, put it back home. Boston's got to hurry up and get across the timeline again, being harassed by Thompson. That pass nearly intercepted, but it found its way to, and that pass was intercepted. Hemby wasn't expecting it. Jalen Milt finishes at the rim. He's got 3 points. And now the lead for the Bobcats is back up to 9. Foul in the backcourt. Clark with the foul. That's a second foul on BSC. Freeney just barely avoided a backcourt violation. Boston for 3. Hemby battling for the rebound. It's in the hands of Milt. 4 minutes gone here. Jaguars looking to knock this deficit down a little bit. The ball deflected out of bounds. It'll stay here with Bryant and Stratton. After this timeout. 15:54 left on the clock here in the first half. And the Jaguars currently trailing 16-7. We'll be right back. This is JCC Jaguars basketball. Jaguars currently trailing by 9 here with 4 minutes and 6 seconds elapsed in this first half. 15:54 on the clock. Thanks for joining me here tonight. I'm Craig Green, live from the Wall Ennis Gymnasium in Smithfield, North Carolina, on the campus of Innovation Academy, the home of the JCC Jaguars. 20 on the shot clock for the Bobcats. They're working the ball around. Clark, mid-range jumper, no good. Chased down by Boston. He gets the rebound. Boston against the defense of Thompson. Boone from about 18 out. Back rim. Jaguars a little cold offensively. 3 ball this time, and it is good. You can chalk it up for Alonzo Martinez. Now this lead is a 12-point lead for Bryant and Stratton. 5 minutes gone in the first half. Boston sidesteps a defender. Boone battling for the board. Can't chase it down. It's in the hands of Thompson. Clark throws it away, and a foul in the backcourt. They'll give it to Clark. That's his second. Third team foul on the Bobcats. Only 2 against JCC right now, and checking in right now is Cardell West. Or throwing it in, that is. Killian McCarthy in the game now for the Jaguars. Good screen by McCarthy, trying to make some space for Boston. Boston, now West moving baseline to scoop. Nothing but blue underneath. Jaguars can't finish at the rim. Three-pointer that time, no good. Rebound by Mendoza. Mendoza, a little give and go that time, can't finish. And it is off of Martinez. And Jaguars basketball coming into the game. Orion champion Kalik Lassiter entering for the Jags, looking to spark the bench here tonight. And that's champion with his hands on the basketball. Lassiter turns it over. Thompson, the soft flush. Isaiah Thompson has 8 points. Jaguars now down by 14. That shot blocked by Mendoza. 3-ball champion, unlucky. West, Mendoza challenging. Good defense by the Bobcats. Multiple chances for JCC, they can't cash in. Jalen Milt. Thompson touched the ball a lot here in this first portion of the first half. Milt for 3, cha-ching. Jalen Milt knocks down a triple. Again, it's starting to become dangerous here for JCC already. McCarthy. Lassiter. Pass to McCarthy in the corner. 3-ball over Mendoza, too short. Look at the steal that time. Look at the Lassiter, the effort, and the finish that time against Thompson. Mendoza finishing that time against Hemby. Mendoza with his first 2 points. They get it right back pretty quickly after the Jags get their first basket in quite some time. Lassiter nearly lost the ball. McCarthy can't finish against Mendoza, but he gets it back. Lassiter, no. Rebound, Clark. Thompson. Mendoza with it now. Milt, he's a really big wing player. Martinez inside to Mendoza, up and under, and Mendoza finishes. 2 straight buckets for Elijah Mendoza. Mendoza out of West Orange, New Jersey. Boston steps into a 3, no. Or that was champion, excuse me. Another 3-ball fired up. Mendoza battling with West for it. And we'll take a timeout. We'll stay right here. It's Jaguars again. Find themselves in a pretty bad spot here with 11:47 left in this first half. Midway, just about a little shy of midway through the first half. And the Jaguars down by 19 right now. They got to find a way to protect the basketball. That's been one thing plaguing them here in the early going, is they've had a hard time holding on to the ball. And they've had some good looks, just couldn't knock them down. You know, if you can get some of these shots to fall, you know, again, that may help to build some of the confidence. In the game for the Jaguars now, Orion champion Michael Boone, Kalik Lassiter, Killian McCarthy, and Carson Lafayette. Again, 11:47 left in this first half, and the Jaguars will have the basketball underneath their own basket. They'll have to go the length of the floor here. Kashawn Cordes coming into the game for the Bobcats. as well as Jontez Raspberry and Mikhail Chappelle. McCarthy working inside. Killian McCarthy, the Irishman, on the board. The lob up and the alley-oop, the flush. What a pass that time from Hamilton. And he finds Jontez Raspberry, who says, "Thank you very much." McCarthy, 9 minutes gone in the first half. Lassiter, the ball poked away. It'll stay with the Jaguars. $11 on the shot clock, 11 points on the board for JCC. The ball turned over, stolen out of the hands, and that time by Chappelle. Another flush this time. Boone is no match for Raspberry in the air. Lassiter, Lafayette, nice pass, and Boone gets two right back for the Jags. Give the assist that time to Carson Lafayette. Beautiful pass that time to find Boone cutting to the bucket. Cordes, now back in the hands of Travis Hamilton. Hamilton, 10 on the shot clock, working inside. Good ball movement by the Bobcats. Three-pointer, too strong by Chappelle. Offensive board by Hamilton. Or correction, that's Caleb Jackson in the game now for Bryan and Stratton. And that layup scored that time by Cordes. Jaguars down by 21 right now, more than halfway through the first half. Lassiter had to pick up his dribble. Champion's got it. Boone, mid-range. Still can't cash in on that. Raspberry with the board. Pass outside, Cordes. No. Offensive board stolen out of the hands. That time of Raspberry. Here comes Lassiter. Carson Lafayette, 4-3. Air ball. Here comes Hamilton. Turnover that time, a little sloppy there by the Bobcats. Here comes McCarthy. Champion going against 2 or 3 Bobcats, had a shot blocked that time. Jackson with a good defense. Three ball from the wing. Boone battling down there against Jackson, and it'll stay here with Bryant and Stratton. 20 on the shot clock, 8:44 on the game clock. Cordes is going to inbound here. Raspberry makes it look easy. 6 points for Raspberry. JCC's deficit has crept up to 23 points. Lassiter looking for space. Boone been testing his luck from the perimeter. Lafayette, Champion. Step back, no. Here comes Bryant and Stratton. Boone in the passing lane that time. Good defense as he was able to deflect the ball away from Caleb Jackson. Or deflected off of Jackson. Jackson looking at his hands, wondering what happened. So here come the Jags here, down by 23. 12 minutes gone, 8 minutes left. And turnover that time by the Jaguars. To go right back to Bryan and Stratton. Officials for tonight's ball game: Brandon Ingram, Justin Ford, and Spencer Griswold. Got some other action in Region 10 also going on tonight as well. most of the action on the men's side. Wake Tech against Barton College JV was canceled. Richard Bland against Guilford Tech also postponed in women's action. Tonight, so far, the only women's game would be Wake Tech at Lewisburg. Petey Doris is on the call there at the Roger G. Taylor Arena. An earlier result today, Davidson-Davie, the Storm, continue to do what they always do, which is steamroll people. They get a 20-point victory at home today over Pitt Community College by a score of 89-69. Storm over the Bulldogs. Also tonight and underway currently, Cape Fear at Wake Tech and Washington Adventist JV taking on the Gators of Virginia Peninsula Community College. But right here in Smithfield, 7:57 on the clock. And after the turnover, it's Jags on defense here. Cordes inbounding the ball to Hamilton. Cordes for three. No. Offensive board. Chappelle. No. Another chance here for the Bobcats. Hamilton. He's got his man for three, and you know it. And that's Cordes. That's his 5th point. Boston. Fade away from the baseline, and a nice shot that time by Kalik Boston. The first 2 points of the game for Kalik. Good ball movement. Chappelle thought about the three. Cordes won't think, he'll take. Hemby trying to chase it down and get into the fast break, but he tapped it right into the hands of Chappelle, and Chappelle with a nice finish that time, Mikael Chappelle. Here's West, a long three-pointer. Too strong. Hemby chases it down, turns it over. Underneath all by his lonesome, there's Raspberry. Good pass that time by Cordes. Eight points for Raspberry, 8 for Thompson. And that three ball rolls around and comes down into the hands of Travis Hamilton. Chappelle for three, in and out. Hamby with the rebound. Rice Freeney now orchestrating the offense for JCC. Lafayette, fade away over Raspberry. Off the glass, off the rim, no. Lafayette tried to tap it, but Raspberry was able to finish anyway. 10 points for Raspberry. I think 8 of them are dunks. And now the lead, or the deficit now for JCC, has gotten all the way up to 30. Hemby off the glass around Raspberry and finishes James Hemby. Good response by the Jaguars. That floater, way too strong for Cordes. And out of bounds, Jaguars basketball on the turnover. .5:27 left in this first half of action. Jags have Freeney, Boston, Lassiter, West, and Hemby. Freeney from the parking lot knocks it down. Rice Freeney, 10 points. He's been the bright spot for the Jaguars here in this first half. And again, he launched that one from the receptionist desk here in the front lobby. Chappelle tries to answer in and out. Jaguars trying to push the pace. Lassiter, no. Hemby tried to flush it. And now here comes Raspberry one more time. And he was way above the rim on that one. Offensive board after Boston misses, and Boston puts it back home. Kalik Boston with 4. Jags deficit is 25. goodness, Jontez Raspberry has put on a show here in the first half. That young man can jump out of the building. Hamilton. Chappelle for three. It's Chappelle's show. Mikael Chappelle in the corner, knocks down to three. Bryton Stratton has cracked 50. We've still got about 4 minutes left in this first half. Lassiter gets the screen from West. Freeney thought about it. Freeney off the glass. And rebound to Raspberry. Bobcats pushing the pace. And now the Jaguars have numbers. Raspberry's the only one down there by himself, and Boston couldn't finish. Good defense by Raspberry. 3-on-1 off the glass. Good gravy. Cordes to Raspberry. And again, Jontez Raspberry is winning the Region 10 dunk contest here in this first half. Freeney for three. Way too strong. Chappelle. He's got it. Under 3 minutes left in his first half. Chappelle slicing and dicing, julienning and scoring. Mikael Chappelle, 5 straight for Bryant and Stratton. 32-point deficit. A 3-ball by Boston. Two and a half left in this first half. And foul that time. Cordes trying to find Jackson. And there's a foul on Hemby after that. Third team foul on the Jags. 2:22 on the clock, make a wish. The score here in Smithfield, 54-25 in favor of Bryant and Stratton Community College of Virginia. Take a quick break. We'll be right back with more Jaguars basketball. Taking a look inside the huddle here of Bryant and Stratton, led by Cliff Coleman. Again, if you're the Bobcats, you're just going to want to keep the pressure on here. You don't want to take this lead for granted and end up giving it back. Because, again, the Jaguars only have one win on the season, but one thing about JCC is they do not quit. And coming out of the timeout here, Jackson at the line for 2 after the foul on Hemby. Jackson averaging 3.5 points a game on the season. Misses the second free throw. Hemby with the rebound. The deficit is 30 for the Jaguars. Lassiter trying to get it back 3 at a time here. Too strong. Jackson with the rebound. In the corner all by himself. Jalen Milt, no. Offensive board is knocked away, and it will be JCC's basketball. And a moving screen that time on Lassiter, a turnover and a foul. First foul that time on Lassiter, again, moving screen. And we're under 2 minutes until we get to the halftime break. A break that I'm sure the Jaguars are going to be looking forward to try to regroup here and try to re-strategize for the second half of play. Milt, no. Hemby battling down there with Mendoza, jump ball, possession arrow belonging to the Jaguars. Lassiter, the floater over 2 defenders, no. Thompson with the rebound. Martinez for 3, hit the partition, it's a turnover, it'll be JCC's basketball. 1:18 on the game clock. Here's Champion with his hands on it. Boone gives him a screen. Ball kicked around. And out of bounds, it'll be BSC's basketball. .104 left here in the first half. And again, it's been all Brighton and Stratton. Clark. Mendoza. Lost it out of bounds. Good defense by the Jags. Here is Lassiter spinning and took some contact. And they'll give the foul to Milt. And first foul on Milt, 4 on each side here. First foul in the last 2 minutes. And Champion on inbound. Rice Trini back in the game. Champion for 3. Yes. Orion Champion. Another 3-pointer for the Jaguars. 34.6 on the game clock. Again, Brighton and Stratton can't take the final shot here, but they can leave JCC with next to nothing if they want to. Thompson. Clark thought about it. Martinez. Thompson hesitates. Milt. He's got Thompson now in and out. Offensive board. The hands of Milt. Blocked from behind. Foul with 9.8 on the clock. And that'll be Hemby's 3rd. That'll be a storyline to watch here in the second half. Hemby is 2 fouls away from disqualification. Jags already with somewhat of a short bench tonight. Again, they are without Nathan Jackson for the remainder of the season. And have not seen Jamal Miller since the first half, again, ruled ineligible. Milt with the first free throw. Second one, no good. 7 on the clock, 6 and 5. 4, 3, and 2. McCarthy puts it up from about 40 off the glass. No good. And we'll take it to halftime. So again, the Bobcats here are with a 28-point lead in the first half over JCC. Again, we'll see how it all shakes out in the second half. We'll take the break here. 12 minutes on this halftime clock. We'll see you in about 6 or 7 minutes. And we'll be back with more Jaguars basketball. The second half coming up. This is JCC Jaguars basketball. Come on back after halftime. Getting ready to start our second half of action here momentarily. Jaguars still trailing 56-28. They've been doubled up here at the half by Bryant and Stratton. Quick look at the scorebook. Leading the way for Bryant and Stratton, Jontez Raspberry off the bench, 14 points off the bench for the Bobcats. 9 points for Isaiah Thompson. 7 points for Chappelle. 6 for Milt. 5 apiece for Cordes and Clark. Mendoza has 4. Alonzo Martinez with a 3-pointer. Caleb Johnson has knocked down a free throw. On the opposite side for JCC, it's been Rice Freeney in the first half for the Jaguars. 10 points, 7 points for Kalik Boston, 3 points for Champion. Lassiter, Hemby, McCarthy, Michael Boone, all with a basket apiece. And I think we're having a little camera issue here, so we're going to have a little technical difficulties, so bear with us as we get all that handled. And Jaguars got to figure out what they're going to do here if they're going to win this ball game. Now the ball has been put back into play. That 3 ball too strong, and finished that time by Mendoza. (58-28). Here, second half has got underway. Boone had his shot blocked. (15 on the shot clock for JCC. Three ball that time is good for Kalik Boston, his second straight 3. And Jags trailing early on here in the second half. They've been trailing basically the whole game. This is Milt for 3 in the corner, and Jalen Milt knocks down the triple. Here's the floater that time, too strong by Boston. And numbers that time for Bryant and Stratton. And Milt finishes, he gets his second straight basket. Jaguars trailing now by 32. Deflected into the hands, stolen by Martinez. Martinez had to pick up his dribble. Mendoza blocked from behind by Boone. Jump ball. And the possession arrow will give it to JCC on the alternating possession. And we're just about a minute and a half, just a little under 2 minutes gone here in the second half. Jaguars deficit 32. Stolen, here comes Milt. Milt can't finish, but right there in the backcourt to help him is Isaiah Thompson. 11 points for Thompson. Another turnover leading to points here for Bryant and Stratton. Boston fouled, tripped up on his way to the basket. And that's the first foul on Thompson. Champion thought about the 3. He had West as well. Kalik Boston, no. Milt trying to tell Mendoza, same team. Kylan Clark. Milt, and now in the hands of Thompson. Martinez, 13 on the shot clock. Jalen Milt for three, in and out. Mendoza, strong hands, gets it back, puts it back. Jaguars are going to burn a timeout here. And it will also count as the media timeout for the for this portion of the game here. It's 17:05 left in the game. Jaguars trailing by 36 points. Again, it's been a really tough evening so far for JCC. I mean, they fell behind, very, very early. We're talking, it was 9-2 before you knew it. They were up by 15 pretty fast. And then, again, just the Bobcats have had their way here in this ball game today. Jags led tonight so far by Rice Freeney and Kalik Boston, both with 10 points apiece. On the opposite side for Brighton and Stratton, they're led by Raspberry 14, Thompson, and Milt with 11. Jaguars' home finale is going to be right here tomorrow. A special 5:30 tip-off. Again, trying to beat the snow, so they'll be taking on Forsyth Tech right here tomorrow night, 5:30. An earlier start here, again, to help everybody get home and beat the snow and stay safe. 17:05 left in this game. Jaguars in dire straits, battling uphill battle, and Lassiter fouled on the way to the basket. And Martinez with his second foul. And that will put Kalik Lassiter at the line for two. Kalik knocks it down. Lassiter 2 of 2 from the line. He's 70% from the line on this season. Milt working it around here. Ball back in the hands of Thompson. Martinez. Mendoza. Ball movement. It's Milt for three. Nope. Mendoza, once again, the strong hands. Battling down there with Hemby and Boone, and he finishes. That's Elijah Mendoza, again, with his 10th point. That three-pointer too strong. Here comes Bryant Stratton. Mendoza coming down the lane, and he's fouled on the way down. It's 4 on James Hemby. First team foul on the Jags here. Second team foul on the first team foul, correction, yes. In the second half, here comes McCarthy. Mendoza makes both free throws. West blocked, but fouled, and they're going to give the foul to Jalen Milt. It's 2 on Milt, 3 on the Bobcats, and 2 free throws coming up for Cardell West. And first free throw is good that time for West. West not a strong free throw shooter, just 42% on the season. Pass inside. There's Mendoza. He finishes. That time the assist by Clark. The lead for Bryant and Stratton is getting closer and closer to 40. Lassiter, champion. Working the baseline, had to bring it back. 13 on the shot clock. Tight defense. Beautiful pass by West. Boone, long two, and he knocks it down. Michael Boone. And a good ball movement now by the Bobcats here, and they turn it over. See, they'll give that a 3. I thought that was a 2-pointer, but they'll say Boone made a 3 ball. I'll have to check that at the table. So we have now hit the under 16 timeout. 15-16 left on the clock here. Again, looks like we had it confirmed that it was a 3-pointer by Boone. He's up to 5. Jaguars currently trailing right now 73-37. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Jaguars basketball. Jaguars inbounding the basketball here with just over 15 minutes left in the game. McCarthy dribbling against Mendoza and turns it over. And Martinez fouled on his way up, trying to scoop it up. Credit the foul to McCarthy. That's his first, team's second. And that will send Mendoza to the line, or correction, that will send Martinez to the line. Martinez averaging just 3.5 points a game. And Martinez makes both free throws. He's up to 5, beating his season average. And again, Jaguars have been trailing since minute number 1 of this game. Lassiter, a little too strong that time for Freeney. Carson Lafayette is going to come in. At the next dead ball, he's in. And Khalik Lassiter will sit for the time being. 14.5 left in this game. Jaguars playing zone defense. Boone had the steal and didn't finish the playoff, and instead, it's 2 points from Milt. He's up to 13. Oh, and then Lafayette hard into the bleachers, chasing the ball down and checking himself for blood and bruises. Good gravy. .12 left in this ball game. And it will stay Jaguars basketball. Again, good effort that time by Lafayette. Trying to chase it down. Freeney, Boston, Boone McCarthy, Lafayette in the game for Jags. Rice Freeney for three. Boone trying to battle down low, couldn't get the rebound. Hamilton. Jontez Raspberry, the trouble man, is back in again. Cordis also back in the game as well for the Bobcats. Raspberry fouled, going up, and he'll shoot two. And Fallon Lafayette, that's his first. Raspberry misses the free throw. 3-team fouls on the Jags. 3-team fouls as well on Bryant and Stratton. Oh for 2 for Raspberry. That's the most negative thing he's done all game long. The lead is 40. The steal by Raspberry. Chappelle with his hands on it. It's 5-on-2 for the Bobcats. The pass inside. Have to work it back out. Hands all around. The finish at the rim that time by Jackson. The assist by Cordis. And the foul against McCarthy. 2 fouls on McCarthy, 4 on the team. And at the line to shoot one is Jackson. (80-37). Kalik Boston. McCarthy. Lafayette. Jab stepping. Lafayette gives it up. Jontez Raspberry with the rebound. Hamilton gives it up. Corner three. Cha-ching. Mikael Chappelle, another three-pointer. Boston's three is blocked. Raspberry's got it. And a quick finish by Cordis. Cordis up to 7. The lead has ballooned up to 48. Rice Freeney from way downtown. Bobcats have numbers. Fouled shooting a three-pointer that time was Cordis. And Lafayette with his second foul, and that time he's fouling a three-point shooter. You don't want to foul anybody out there in the perimeter, but he wasn't trying to give him anything for free, and he's going to make Cordis earn it from the line here. Second free throw is good that time for Cordis. 78% free throw shooter. Not automatic, but a pretty sure bet. Three in a row for Cordis. He's up to double digits now, and the lead has blown up. Jags now down by a 50-burger. Three-pointer. Too strong. Here comes Bryant and Stratton. No signs of slowing down. And that foul is going to send Chappelle to the line. Who was the foul on? They'll give the foul that time to Kalik Boston. 11:51 left in this game. And the Jaguars, again, in dire straits. Again, cruising towards their 7th straight loss. We'll be back here in just a moment. This is JCC Jaguars basketball. Jaguars trail 88-37. That is not a typo. That is the score of the ball game. I'm Craig Green, live here from Smithfield, North Carolina, the Wall Ennis Gymnasium. Friendly reminder that the Jaguars have one more home game left, and that will take place mañana, hasta, tomorrow night, as they will take on Forsyth Tech with a tip-off time of 5:30. And at the line is Mikael Chappelle. He'll shoot 2. And unlucky on the first one is Chappelle. Chappelle knocks down the second. He's a 77% free throw shooter himself. Too strong. Up court, and it's Cordes. No. The flush that time missed by Jackson. The scoop, no. 3 chances, and fouled that time as Chappelle's going up for chance number 4. McCarthy fouls him. He's going to make him earn it from the line. So that's another foul here on the Jags. They are now in the bonus. So actually, I believe it will be 2. Is it 1 and 1? I believe it is 1 and 1. They didn't say it was an act of shooting. So at the line is Mikael Chappelle for 2. Or for 1 and 1, that is. It will be 1. He's going to miss. Lassiter. Rice Freeney. Trying to shoot it from the sheets down the road that time. He misses. Chappelle with another rebound. He's been active on the boards here. Cordes gives it up. Inside, it's Hamilton. Can't finish. Hemby with the board. Hemby out there playing with 4 fouls. Might as well if you're Lloyd Wheeler. Game is pretty much all but decided right now with the Jags down by 52, make it 50. Khalid Lassiter with a high floater off the glass. And Lassiter is up to 6 points. 10.5 left in this game. That floater no good. Lassiter with the board. They fire it out in front of everybody. Saves it but turns it over. And Jackson finishes with the layup. Caleb Jackson with his 6th point of the game. Freeney going to launch again from 3 and knock it down. Rice Freeney. That is his 3rd 3 of the game. Midway through this second half. Cordes for 3. Cha-ching. Cordes knocked down 3 from the free throw line. I knocked down a 3 earlier. He's got his 2nd 3 of this game. And Lassiter now, he's got Hemby again. Hemby out there with 4 fouls. 15 on the shot clock. McCarthy, step back, triple off the front rim. Freeney couldn't chase it down. 4-on-1 for the Bobcats, and the finish by Chappelle. Chappelle may have pulled a groin muscle on the way down. He did an inadvertent split that time, and that's for McCarthy. What a tough finish at the rim that time by Mikkel Chappelle. And Chappelle staying in the game at the line, knocks down the three-point play. Freeney from about 30 out continues to launch from long range. Cordes lays it home. Just walks right in, very little resistance from the Jaguars. 9 minutes. Jaguars now going to set up here, take their time, and try to find the best shot possible with 15 on the shot clock. Boston scooping and fouled on his way to the basket. Jackson with the foul, that's his first. Fourth team foul against Bryant and Stratton. And Jaguars find themselves down by 55 with Boston at the line for two. Boston misses the free throw. Boston makes the second, shooting just a tick over 70% from the line, right around 71%. Three ball that time, and it's good for Mikkel Chappelle. And the Bobcats have cracked 100. It is 102-44. The ball nearly poked away from behind, and foul to be given. And they can give it to Cordes. Cordes with his first foul. Jags still not shooting free throws just yet. 8:25 left in this ball game. First foul on Cordes, fifth on Bryant and Stratton. 8:25 on the clock, 23 on the shot clock. Boone's back in. Arena champion, front rim no good. Here comes Bryant and Stratton. Mendoza, another easy finish at the rim. Assist that time by Thompson. 60-point deficit for JCC. Mendoza the easy rebound after the long triple by Boston. Ball moving around, some of the starters in, and a flush that time at the rim, and it's Clark. Kylan Clark finishes at the rim. He's up to 7 points. And the Bobcats have got anything they want inside the paint tonight. Lassiter nearly lost it. Boone saves it before it's a backcourt violation. Gets his pocket picked. Here comes Elijah Mendoza. Mendoza, the layup. Not going to dunk it, just going to take the easy two and put it back home. Mendoza did it all by himself there. The bench wanted him to dunk it. And Mendoza, with the defense there, erases the shot from Boston. Timeout taken here. The under 8-minute timeout. 6:57 left in this ball game. Jags down 108-44. We'll be back. This is JCC Jaguars basketball. All right, we're back here in Smithfield. Just under 7 minutes left in this game. Jaguars down 108-44. Thompson, Mendoza, layup inside and put home by Clark. Kylan Clark with 9. And Bobcats continuing to pour it on here in the second half. Nearly stolen that time. Boston, Marion champion. Cardell West. Champion in the corner for 3. No. Hemby offensive board. Hemby with the finish over top of Mendoza. Feels like a month of Sundays since the Jaguars got a bucket. They got one there at the hands of James Hemby. Baseline. Good pass inside. It's Thompson. Thompson can't finish. The putback by Mendoza. Mendoza quietly creeped up to 20 points in this game. Hemby with his hands on it. Cleek Lassiter. Rebound Mendoza. 5.5 left in this game. 5:31 to be exact. Clark with the pass. Mendoza traveled, not called. Here come the Jags. They have numbers. That shot erased that time by Thompson. Still Jags ball here. 5:22 on the game clock. 25 on the shot clock. West will inbound. And the defensive pressure still being turned up here by Bryant and Stratton. They are giving no rest, no quarter, and no grace to the Jaguars tonight. 10 on the shot clock. Kalik Boston for 3. No dice. And here comes Bryant and Stratton. Milt. Offensive board, Mendoza. Working in the corner. It's Milt. Another triple. Jalen Milt for 3. Under 5 minutes left. Boston, 18 feet away. Milt gets the rebound. Down by himself, and a little soft reverse flush that time by Thompson. Jaguars now trailing by 71. Lassiter. Mendoza with the board. Here comes BSC VA. Milt absorbs the contact. No call. Finish at the rim by Milt. Under 4 minutes left. The floater by West. Ball off of a foot. It'll be Bobcats basketball. Under 4 minutes left in this game, and we'll just keep it right here. We'll go over the scorers column as it currently stands here. For the Jaguars, they're led tonight by Rice Freeney, 13 points. And he's got 3 3-pointers. Kalik Boston has knocked down 2 threes. He's got 11. Kalik Lassiter with 6. Michael Boone with 5. Hemby with 4. Champion with 3. On the opposite side for Bryant and Stratton, it's kind of like the old Oprah meme. You get a bucket, you get a bucket, you get a bucket, and you get a bucket. Mendoza with 20. Chappelle 17. Now, mind you, now Mendoza is a starter. Chappelle a reserve off the bench. He has 17. Milt with 18. Cordis 15. Raspberry 14. Thompson 13. 9 for Clark. 6 for Jackson. 5 for Martinez. In fact, the only Bobcat who's not scored yet is Travis Hamilton. of the ones who have seen action. So 3:48 left to go. Jaguars are going to continue to fight here as they're down by a score of 119 to 46, a 73-point deficit. It's been a tough season for the Jaguars. They have taken a pounding here in Region 10. But JCC, they're like a Timex. They take a licking and keep on ticking. They continue to fight throughout the rest of the season. Mendoza fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. And that will be the 5th and final foul on McCarthy. So at the line for 2, Elijah Mendoza. And the first one, no good for Mendoza. Again, McCarthy will foul out with 2 points on today's game. Boone will come back in. He is foul free, and he's got 5 points. Into the game now, Jackson back in. I'll tell you what, Jackson and Cordis, it's hard to tell them apart. They have similar hair, similar build, and the exact same headband on. So second free throw is good here from Mendoza. So if you're watching and you're confused, Cordis is 1 and Jackson is 20. Jackson down there in the low block. Kickball nearly that time by Cordis. Lassiter the floater, no. Lassiter offensive board and scores that time over Jackson. Khalid Lassiter up to 8. Shot no good. The follow and a foul called. 3 minutes left, and foul is on Boone. That's his first foul of the game, and now the Bobcats are in the double bonus. And Cordis with his first free throw. Again, it's been a hard luck season for the Jaguars. The month and the year, really, the year of 2026 started off nicely with a win here at home on January 3rd against Southwest Virginia. And ever since then, it has been lesson after lesson after lesson learned by this young Jaguars team. Foul in the backcourt. Hamilton, who hasn't scored yet but commits his first foul. And under 3 minutes left in this game, Jaguars looking to finish out strong. Lassiter against 2 defenders, no. Jontez Raspberry back in the game, he's got the rebound. Keep your eyes on Raspberry. Again, this guy can fly. Chappelle, ball movement, it's in the corner. Cordis, no. Jackson chases it down. Cordis, another 3, no. Lassiter rebound, 2.5 left. Nearly stolen by Cordis. And that foul now will put the Jags at the line for a 1-and-1. Lassiter will go to the line here looking to build on his 8 points. Confidence of the Jaguars to just leave the Bobcats standing in the lane. It pays off as Lassiter knocks down the first free throw. And Lassiter now up to 10. So Jags have 2 players in double figures now. Raspberry. Got to keep your eyes on Raspberry if he tries to cut to the basket on the baseline. A 3-pointer rolls in and out that time for Chappelle. Offensive board is put back home. Against Caleb Jackson, he finishes. Michael Boone steps back behind the line. Too strong, gets his own board after it's tipped. Boone to the basket and finishes. Michael Boone has 7 points out of Cleveland High School. The finish underneath by Cordis. He'll get the 2 points right back. Lassiter and one. Hamilton finishes Hamilton with the foul, that is. Lassiter finishing. And the Jags looking to finish this three-point play. 1:37 on the clock here, 97 seconds. Free throw is missed that time by Lassiter. Three-pointer in the corner, no. Hamilton was looking to get his first points of the game. And the flush that time by Jackson on the baseline. Great pass by Cordis. 75 seconds left. Leaf Hyatt. Leaf Hyatt driving, scooping, blocked by Raspberry. Wide open by himself is Chappelle, can't finish. Raspberry with the dunk and the putback dunk. Under a minute left. Lassiter against Chappelle. Floats it up to Hemby. Hemby got above the rim, but he was fouled mid-flight. Foul on Raspberry. That's his first. And should be a two free throw situation here for James Hemby, and it will be, out of Corinth Holders High School in the Cap City, Raleigh, North Kakalaka. He misses the first free throw. Got 46.7 on the clock left in this ballgame. "45 seconds left and counting. Looks like the Bobcats will call the Dogs off here. Just dribble this thing out. Or not. As Chappelle finishes at the rim, he's got 19. And if there was ever an exclamation point, that could be it. Shot clock is off for the Jags. Will they take a shot? Lassiter between two defenders. And he finishes there, the floater. He's up to 14. That time the flush by Cordis is missed. Boone, 3 and 2. Step back, 3 ball. No good. And that will do it. Final score of today's ball game. The Jags lose today by a score of 133 to 56. So again, leading the way here for Bryan and Stratton, the victorious Bobcats, who will move on to 12 and 6 on the season. They are led in scoring today by Keshawn Cordis, 19 points, Mikkel Chappelle, 19, 18 for Jalen Milt, 16 for Jontez Raspberry, 13 for Isaiah Thompson, 10 for Caleb Jackson, 9 for Colin Clark. And again, a leading scorer today for the Bobcats, Elijah Mendoza with 21 points. And he owned the paint today. For the Jaguars, they were led today in scoring by Kalik Lassiter, who came on strong in the second half, 14 points altogether. Rice Freeney, 13 points, 11 points for Kalik Boston, 7 points for Michael Boone. Again, it adds up to a Jaguars defeat by a score of 132 to 56. And again, we invite all of you to join us right back here tomorrow, right here in Smithfield, for the home finale and the season broadcast finale of JCC Jaguars basketball. Again, We plan to go live here at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as the Jaguars will take on Forsyth Technical Community College. So again, tomorrow's game has been rescheduled from Saturday the 31st and will now be played tomorrow night, January 30th at 5:30 p.m. The Jaguars, one more time right here in Smithfield, will take on Forsyth Tech with a tip-off of 5:30. And again, for all the staff here at Innovation Academy and from Johnston Community College, I'm Craig Green saying thanks for tuning in to JCC Jaguars basketball. Sayonara and buenos noches.